Hello everyone. It's such a cliché question, but I don't feel anything. What should I do? I don't feel any energies or flows. You all are observing entities, while I have no channels, nothing. Well, first of all, it should be understood that it is not necessary to do anything about it. That is to say, this is also normal, and even more normal than everything else. On the other hand, friends, if you want to work on yourself and personal growth, it is absolutely inevitable to direct your attention inward and focus. It undoubtedly provides a multitude of specific feelings and offers a variety of certain opportunities and experiences in what is called the sensation of the inner body, the feeling of oneself. That is, I take a slow, deep breath. And I can imagine that this breath goes slowly, through my whole body to the very tips of my toes. It feels as if it flies in through the top of my head, passes right through me. Breath in, breath in, breath in, breath in, breath in. I pull, and it goes straight from my toes into the ground. And on the exhale, energy enters the toes, and I feel it moving up through the body. It's a straightforward and uncomplicated technique, dear friends, that you can do at night before going to sleep. And you can do it anytime, wherever you are, no matter what exactly you're actually doing at any given moment in time. Whether you're going somewhere else, socializing with others, and so on. That is, it is one of the very deep, powerful, serious techniques when you start to observe your breathing. To observe the breath without thinking about the air that is passed through the nose in one direction and then the other. Here I am, carefully observing my breathing. I observe my breathing mindfully and at a slow and steady pace, extending it in such a way as to redirect, for example, my attention from one hand to the other hand. That is, from one hand to a leg. And thus, I form a kind of mental sphere in my mind, and visualize a protective and purifying energy with which I begin to cleanse my physical body around me. The more this practice is done, yes, indeed, over time certain sensations are developed. A person begins to feel one way or another. Indeed, in fact, the honest answer, if we are to be truthful, is that the response "I feel nothing" is a lie. Anyone who says that is lying. It is a common misconception that one can be completely devoid of any sensation of air. In reality, it is impossible not to feel some kind of air around you. Yes, a breeze, a gust of wind, some warmth or cold, humidity, or on the contrary, some dry air, the back of the head, the tailbone, the legs, yes, the soles of the feet. That is, in ordinary attention, a person does not even direct their thoughts there, not even considering what the feet and legs feel. Yet they do feel the floor, they are in contact with it. If you are wearing shoes, you feel your own shoes, your socks, or something else there. If you are standing on tile, you can feel the cold floor. If you are on the ground, then you feel the earth with your feet. You cannot, by definition, feel nothing. That is, sensation is. You feel how the clothing rubs against your skin if you pay attention to it. In other words, we can actually say that it is nothing. What does nothing mean? Nothing like always, but as always does not mean nothing. In other words, I actually feel it on my own skin every second. My skin reads an enormous amount of information, right? Somewhere it rubs against a shirt, somewhere the pants do something, and inside the body too, because, so to speak, the smooth muscles don't always lie correctly. So, tension can arise there as well, in various places, in different ways and at different times. And the facial tissues, yes, where there might be something twisted inside, or perhaps in some other way. The response "I don't feel anything" says one thing. I don't want to feel anything because if I look more closely at what is currently around me, I will find a huge pile of sensations. It can't just be warm, cold, hot, windy, I don't know, something else, right? Indeed. In another way, the air can be prickly in some way, or it can be soft and pleasant. The atmosphere you are in is always something, and if you truly explore more deeply into the feelings, what exactly am I indeed feeling? Do I enjoy being here? Or do I not? That is, the space certainly accepts me. The space does not truly accept me. Yes, this may be a mental game, but this mental game focuses on sensations. Is my body comfortable or uncomfortable? It either expands or pushes away. There is a confrontation, meaning it is uncomfortable and contracts. So, friends, here is indeed a very important point. If you truly want to feel, there are a vast array of exercises available. Start by breathing through the index finger of your right hand. Inhale, here is the exhale. Here is the inhale, here is the exhale. After 15 minutes, or even after just 5 minutes of such breathing, you will notice that the sensations in the index finger of your right hand will be significantly different from those in the index finger of your left hand. Incredible, right? And with the other fingers. As soon as you start breathing through your fingers, you will begin to feel your hands in a completely different way. Why? Because you start to pay attention. You begin with attention, you start to move that attention, you begin to feel and breathe with that attention. This is Qigong. This is the simplest Qigong. These are the practices. Energy management, managing the movement of energy within one's own field structure. So, friends, if you don't feel anything at all, I recommend starting from the beginning. Start doing these basic practices that will allow you to begin feeling your own hands, feet, and more. If you take the basic settings that are available in the new power transmission, at least, if you complete this course, the 21-day course, you will have so many sensations that you simply won't know what to do with them. You might say, I could never have imagined that so much is indeed actually happening around us all the time. And, of course, one thing is that we absolutely do not direct our attention there. And it's like I said, a computer, I don't know, got bogged down in the tray with a bunch of programs, some tasks, and it no longer feels like running them. Yes, or like that closet that's filled with junk. It all seems necessary, but the treatment is such that it is impossible to walk or use any of it. It is essential to resolve this. We need to pay attention to it. Attention, just put in a little effort and that's it. Take out all the junk, throw some things away, put some things in their places, and redistribute some others. Redistribute potentials, place valuable and important things where they can work, so they don't gather dust in the attic. And what is unnecessary must be discarded. Something that needs to be stored should be stored in such a way that it occupies the space it requires. You have created an empty space where you can experiment and explore a little. You have an empty space, valuable, in which anything can be. That is, it does not really interfere with or hinder the movement of information or the flow of energy, essentially. Accordingly, there will be a flow. Consequently, new potential will come, and as a result, there will be growth and development. So, friends, I am giving practices that are incredibly useful and effective, and will absolutely help anyone who feels nothing at all to start developing sensitivity. The first practice, we breathe like this. We inhale through the nostrils, and the air goes in, but we don't know that we have lungs. They are limited right here, and we are only filling our lungs. We know nothing about this. Therefore, we feel how easily the air passes into the body and fills our stomach. Fill the abdomen, and then the legs swell up, filling up, and even the toes. And on the exhale, we slowly go back. On the inhale, we gently go to the toes. On the exhale, we go back. This is how, friends, we breathe for 15 minutes. If you feel nothing, I say again, you are most likely lying to yourself. You feel the air flowing through your body, and notice how it gently turns out. The air goes further, not just filling your stomach, but even reaching your toes and even your fingertips. You feel how this air comes back, slowly and softly, and then smoothly and calmly. Here is the first basic exercise that you should start doing. By the way, This may help those who have cold feet. If you breathe into your legs, they won't be cold. This is very important. 15 minutes every day. The next exercise. You lie down. Lie on your back. Imagine that golden light enters through the crown of your head as you inhale, and you extend this golden light throughout your entire body. He fills himself as if the body is empty, filling it from the inside and letting it flow out through the tips of his toes, going into the ground. And on the exhale, the dark earth. It is not bad. It is just like that. It enters like oil, yes, it flows in through the tips of your toes and, on the exhale, moves through your entire body, as if washing it. This sticky energy clings to the dark energy and then exits from the crown of your head. And then again, on the inhale, golden light enters through the crown of the head and flows through the entire body, making it completely crystal clear. And do this for about 10 to 15 minutes. It is ideal to do this before sleep. If you fall asleep during the process, it will continue throughout the night. Certain kinds of sensations will also arise. There are many sensations. Observe yourself. The following exercise involves carefully and gently taking a specific part of your body. That is, what you have is like you scanned yourself, right? Everything is normal, and then, it pinches. That is, something is pressing in the body. There is pressure, the muscles are tensing up, and it's unknown why. And so you begin to breathe through these tense muscles. That is, you inhale through them inward and exhale through them outward. Inhale through them inward, exhale through them outward. With acceptance, with love, with relaxation, with some of these inner right processes. Please note that the muscles will gradually relax in terms of the specific details on how to achieve these relaxations. I describe them in the comprehensive 21-day course. I absolutely recommend everyone to definitely take it because even Reiki masters who have attended this course say, listen, at the first level, you provide so many practices that we didn't even know about, despite being masters. That is, I practically spilled everything I knew at that moment. Look, friends, work out, develop, grow, and come to our retreats. I would also be happy to work with you personally, communicate, and show you all the practices that will help you in your growth and development, and provide additional guidance. Goodbye for now.